Alrighty, man. So you're facing Paul Linn in a 6-round super match left and right tonight. How you feeling?
Yeah, feel good. I mean, I know Paul Linn, he's tough. I've never pulled him right. I've pulled him left a little bit this year, so I kind of know what to expect as far as that goes. But right-handed, I'm not too sure, but we'll find out.
Yeah, what are you weighing at the moment?
We're like 214, 215, right around there.
That's a big version of you.
Yeah. That's the biggest that I've really ever been.
No. That must give you some confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a 215 that I want it to be, but I mean it's weight in general. So I mean, it's better than being 185 pounds of muscle. And you know, I feel stronger in the gym anyway. So.
Yeah. Do you have I mean, you got a good reputation on your left arm in particular. Not that your right arm's not, but you're known to be a really dangerous left arm puller. Are you more confident on your left tonight?
Yeah, I am, but I do good right-handed. I don't know if it's just because I don't expect anything out of it. You know, I don't. If I win, if I lose, it doesn't really matter because you know I'm based on my left-handed arm wrestling. So, and it actually does fairly well. You know, I'm finished top 3 last 3 or 4 years in the WAL. So I mean, it's good. It's just not as confident as my left with it.
Yeah. The polls have been interesting. I think they actually had Paul Linn at 52% on left, yourself at 48, and on right, on right, I think he's as high as 68%.
Right.
How does that sit with you?
That's not really for Paul Linn to be at 68% and me on the low side doesn't really surprise me from what he's been doing, you know. And I haven't pulled the higher weight classes for very long, and I haven't done anything really at all right-handed. So for everybody to really, you know, put me on the low side is not really surprising to me.
Yeah. Paul Linn has been taking scalps lately. He kind of looks like he's untouchable. No one's really put him in his place yet. He's coming in, I think, with a lot of confidence, and I think he sees the opportunity to beat you as a way of establishing himself with credibility at that weight. So I feel like he's the man that's coming in with everything to gain, and there's a bit more pressure on you. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Paul Linn, he doesn't have anything to lose. I mean, he's what, 3-4 years into the sport, maybe at max, and just been wrecking everybody. So I've been around for a while, and you know, if I lose to someone like Paul Linn, even though he's a great arm wrestler, you know, everybody frowns upon that, but him winning is just you know, like you said, a stepping stone to greater things for him. So
yeah. So what's going to happen tonight, man? How do you see it going?
I can't really say. I mean, like I said, I've never pulled him. I've seen his style of arm wrestling, so I know what I'm going to try, and I got a plan B if plan A don't work. So I have the experience on him. Hopefully that'll come into play, maybe into further rounds if I have to go that long to get on the upper side, you know. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. We'll see what form he's in.
Yeah. And I think everyone's expecting tonight to go to the straps. I know Paul likes to see himself as a strap specialist.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't really see how it could be more of a specialist than I am, you know, as far as experience-wise goes. But like, yeah, I like the straps too. I don't really see the way he arm wrestles to really initiate any more pressure, opposed to me being able to initiate more pressure, being the smaller arm guy. But we'll see. Yeah, it's good. I'm happy with that if he's happy with it.
Yeah. Awesome stuff, man. We'll wish you all the best for tonight, and I'm sure it'll be a good match.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
See you then. Alrighty, Paul, man, you got a big super match tonight up against Paul Talbot. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Left and right tonight.
Left and right, correct.
Yeah, I've seen in the polls, man, you're Your favorites on both by a small margin on left and a big margin on right.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Nah, I guess that just shows how much my friends don't really know about Paul's left. Yeah, I was surprised by the Paul's left arm. I mean, obviously Paul's the number one 195, 198 arm wrestler in this country, and I think that's pretty much undisputed at the moment. So, I mean, he's definitely got to be the favorite. I mean, if I'm making odds, then I'm making him the favorite. But I'm pretty confident in my preparation as well.
Nice. It's a big opportunity for you to establish yourself. I mean, you've been on a roll, man. You've been taking names in tournaments and really looking dominant. To me, tonight's a real opportunity for you to set that reputation in stone and show people exactly where you're at. You feel the same way?
Right. I think I've kind of been climbing up the ranks through the tournament style of arm wrestling, and this is really my first venture into a multiple match, super match, where it's just me and one other person. I've had several other super matches in the past, but not one of this magnitude.
Yeah. How do you see it going tonight? What are you feeling going into this?
Right or left?
Let's go left. Start off.
Like I said, I would call him the favorite for sure. I definitely have to find my angle, and I have to get on my arm, and I have to separate him from his bicep. So I understand the logical way to beat Paul. Whether I can execute it or not, whether I can find my angle in time or not, is a whole different matter. But I mean, I've watched just about every match that he has out on the internet and YouTube and Facebook.
Yep.
So I'm doing my due diligence. It really just comes down to if my left hand wants to work along with my brain. So.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are seeing you as the stronger puller and Paul Talbot as the more experienced puller. Over 6 rounds, how do you think that's going to play into effect?
Right, and I think the stronger versus more experienced, definitely he's more experienced for sure, but I don't think he gets enough credit for his arm, especially left arm. I felt it before in a tournament.
Yeah.
Now obviously I wasn't on a great angle myself, but I can tell you that his arm is very, very good. Now if you want to say who's the stronger arm wrestler, I might be the stronger one in the gym, but that doesn't always translate. So I would say, all things considered, we're pretty much, I think, on the same strength playing left arm.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I really just, ideally, if I can come out on the left arm and have a real good showing and prove to myself that I'm on that level, I think I'll actually be happy with that.
Yeah. And how are you feeling for the right arm?
Right arm, I feel confident. I feel confident on my right arm.
Yeah.
I've never pulled Paul in a tournament. The tournament that we pulled left arm, he pulled the 198 class, I pulled the 220 class. He last minute put his name in left arm, but didn't put it in right arm. So we didn't get to pull in that tournament. We had pulled a little bit on the practice table in Ohio at an Arnold qualifier, and that's about the only time I felt it's right. But I'm feeling pretty confident.
Nice.
Ideally, right arm, I'd like to be able to prove that I can beat him several ways rather than just power for power.
Yeah, nice. So you're feeling like a 6-0 on the right? Is that what you want tonight?
That's what I'm aiming for.
Nice.
And that's one of those things where I don't want to. I'm torn between testing different angles for my own growth and my own understanding, and just playing it safe and going for the 6-0. So I mean, those are going to be in-match decisions, what kind of risks I take.
Well, I think that if you get to that four mark, having just done what you got to do to win, it's all right. It's all right to test it out from there. That's the right thing to do. So, how do you see Paul Talbot as an arm wrestler?
I think Paul Talbot is one of the country's most elite. As far as his character on the table, it's never a whole lot of nonsense. He's a great competitor and a great sportsman. As a matter of fact, in my earlier tournaments, when I had the opportunity to run into him, he was nothing but welcoming. And at the first WAL finals, while I was still pulling amateur, he was one of the few guys to first come up and talk to me. We've been in contact through the phone and text for a while. He actually works in Norfolk Southern on the railroad line, and he comes through Harrisburg quite a bit. So we've been trying to sync up for a practice for about the last year. Just schedules have never matched up. But I mean, he's totally an awesome dude. I got all the respect in the world for him.
Yeah, well, tonight will be quite the practice for you, so.
A little bit more than that.
All right, good stuff. Awesome stuff. Thanks, man.
Thank you.